Hello and welcome. My name is Michelle and I'm your emotional resilience coach, and it is fantastic to have you join me here today. What I love to do, what I am totally impassioned and empowered about, is teaching you skills and tools and new ways of thoughts and beings that allows you to no longer be a victim in your own life. If you have CPTSD, if you are a codependent, if you are in any way come from or living in a dysfunctional environment, if there's a lot of drama in your life that you just don't want to be a part of, that you want to get rid of in your life, then you are in the right place. The power is within us. The answers are within us. And sometimes we don't know that, but we just need to be guided. We just need to be nudged in the right direction so that we can make better, more empowering choices for ourselves. And this is what I do. A couple of years ago, I was sick to my stomach, literally sick. I was exhausted. It doesn't matter how much I slept, I was still tired. Everything I ate made my stomach sore. I was just miserable and I really wasn't having a good time. I was on the verge of an emotional breakdown and I was lying at the very bottom. And I needed to find a way to crawl out to a life where I could thrive and not just barely survive. So if this resonates with you, please do hit like, subscribe, and the notifications button. I am so excited to just take you on this journey with me as I learn new tools that empower me, as I learn things that help me make breakthroughs, as I learn new ways of being that just excites me and allows me to just be more empowered in my life and not being dragged along as a victim in my life, just going with things because isn't that how it's always done, right? These patterns of dysfunction that we learn. I teach you how to break out of it and how to stand in your power and be the person you were always supposed to be. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about, especially if you are a people pleaser, codependent fawn like I am, it is really difficult for us to say no. It feels like if we say no, there's a part of us inside that is screaming that we're going to be rejected, that we're going to hurt people, we're going to let people down, people are going to love us, they're not going to accept us being able to save everybody, us being able to step up and step out and protect everybody and look after everybody and be everybody's savior and the answer to everybody's problems. It's where we get our meaning from. It's where we get our worth from. And the problem is that we are handing our power over. We're saying to people, you know, be happy with me, even if they're having a bad day. Be okay with me. Be in a good place with me, because you being happy with me makes me know that I'm okay and that I'm doing a good job. And the problem is that, you know, you're going to get some good meaning people and you're going to get some people who are just going to play you. They were just going to be these puppet masters who just pull the strings and just play you and just keep you exhausted and vying for their attention and trying to find ways and means to make things better and okay, and in the process you lose parts of yourself, you burn yourself out, resentment builds, disappointment builds, you are just in a really dark space. I know, I've been there. And one of the first things I learned, which was, I'm going to admit, it was absolutely terrifying, but today I come back to it every now and again when I feel like I am exhausted, that I am losing myself a little bit, that I'm not taking out that time for me, and I come back to this tool, and it's going to sound a little bit counterintuitive and perhaps it's going to frighten you to the core as it did me, but it is amazing. But that is, say no to everything. Everything. There is a blanket no. You want to practice just saying no for a little bit. All right? You don't necessarily have to go out of your way and say no to people, unless of course they ask you something directly. Then you can say, thank you so much for thinking about me, but I really just can't do that right now, or this is not a good time for me. Or you can be soft and you can be gentle in your delivery, right? You don't have to deliver a hard outright no if it feels too scary and too foreign for you. You can be really kind and say, I am so honored that you thought of me. I am so grateful. Thank you for considering me, but right now is not really a good time for me. Maybe you can ask somebody else, or maybe you know somebody who'd be better suited to it, who could perhaps maybe check in with so-and-so, maybe they can do something for you. You just kind of want to take some time out and just say no. I'll give you an example. Over on Instagram, my inbox is being flooded at the moment with people requesting me to join Facebook groups, requesting me to join their particular courses that they're doing, be it fitness, health, wellness, building businesses up, whatever it is. There is a lot coming at me right now, and I am really busy writing a book. I am stuck down in writing a book, which some days is fantastic and exciting, and other days leaves me on the verge of tears from frustration. But it is my journey that I am sticking to, and it's something that I really want to put all my focus and my attention on right now. And so because of this is where I want to direct my energy. My answer to everything right now is no. And there's a part of me who, I must admit, still kind of fights with this a little bit, because I'm like, I'm saying no to everyone and everything, but at the same time, it is a good thing because I'm not being picky and I'm not choosy. I am being intentional. It's not personal. It's no to everyone. It's no to everything. You might have the greatest thing on offer, something that could really change my life, right? This is obviously what people believe, or else hopefully they won't be selling it. And I really appreciate it, and I really accept it and respect that. But my answer right now, for this time of my life, is no. It doesn't mean that a couple of weeks, a couple of months down the line, I might come back and relook it and change my idea about it. But right now, thank you, but no. All right, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to focus on. This is part of intentional living, being very deliberate about what we do allow into our space, into our time, into what we take on in our day. Because our time is our most precious resource. And everything is pulling for our time, right? You're going to have work commitments and family commitments and maybe children or friends, colleagues, peers, professors, teachers. Everybody is pulling at us. They want a piece of us. They want a piece of our time. They want something from us. And that is our most important resource. And if we are not deliberate in spending time with ourselves, in filling our own cup, in loving us, in being with us, we are going to burn out. We're going to feel resentment. We're going to feel exhausted. We're going to feel like it is never enough. I am not enough. Because we are being pulled in every direction, and we're saying yes to everything and everyone because we want to please everyone, we want to keep everyone happy, and that is not our responsibility. We can absolutely influence people's happiness, we can absolutely be there for people, we can absolutely build people and encourage people and support people, but it is not upon us to make sure that other people are happy. So every now and again, I come back into myself and I kind of center myself into me, my goals, what I want to achieve, what I want to do, where I want to go, and I need to become very focused because there are so many distractions that come at us. And I need to say to myself, all right, this is what I want to do, this is where I'm going. That means right now, everything else is going to get a no. Not right now, can't do it, and that is okay. And sometimes I'm going to be honest with you, it's really difficult. I will read somebody's proposal, I will read something that somebody's offering, and I'll say, oh, this sounds really good. Or after a little bit of conversation, I'll feel, oh, you know, this person really is sincere and they're really offering something good and it really seems amazing. But I've still got to say no because I know what I do want in my life. I do know the time that I have to offer. I do know the time that I have to commit to things. And I know what it is to feel and be stretched too thin because I can commit to everything and everyone. First and foremost, I am a wife and a mother. They get a large chunk of my time priority allocated. Secondly, I have a business. I love to learn and grow and spend some time studying and reading up on things and finding new tools, implementing them, practicing them in my own life, seeing what the results are, sharing them with you. I love that. I love to spend some time on my book, researching for my book, writing my book, rewriting, editing, going through it, getting to a place where I'm like, yes, I love this. This is going to help somebody. This is going to work. And all the other things that come at me, I need to say, I really can't. Because if I say yes to it, I am going to be stretched too thin. So it's not personal. We're saying no to everything. And we're going to sit back and we're going to be intentional about what do I have time for? What am I willing to commit to? What am I willing to say yes to? How much of what they're requiring and asking of me is going to take out of my time or my day? Is this a once-off commitment that's a little bit, yes, I can do it. Is this a long-term commitment? Right now in my life, no, I can't. I can't do it because I've got all these other things on my plate that I want to do, that I want to achieve. And if I'm going to be saying yes to you, that means I'm saying no to me, which means I am not living my purpose, which means I am not centering myself on my goals and my achievements and the things that I know I want to do. Now, when we live in a predominantly Judeo-Christian world, or any faith really, it doesn't actually even have to be Christian. Most faiths have this belief of, we need to be selfless. And yes, we do need to be selfless. But the only time and way in which we can be selfless and not resentful is when we have filled our own cups, when we are meeting our needs and not expecting outsiders to meet our needs for us, when we are being centered in ourselves. It's horrible, it's terrible, but we have this idea, we all know, if somebody says, oh, they are so self-centered, or stop being so self-centered, we have this really negative connotation of selfishness, mean-spiritedness, ugliness, just thinking of self. And the truth is, to be centered within yourself means that you are aligning with yourself, what you want, your dreams, your wills, your goals, and you are feeling anchored. You're not being swayed as the wind blows, as the current takes you. You are anchored in knowing who you are, what your purpose is, and what you want. If all of this sounds daunting and you have no idea what it is you want or who you are, that's okay. Go back and look at some of my past videos. I talk about ways and means in which we can discover who we are. What is our purpose? What is it that we want? Look for patterns in your life. What are the patterns in your life that keep coming up for you? That could be a great clue for what your purpose could be in this life. And let's be open to that experience. In order to be open to that experience, what we need to do is we need to spend some time with ourselves, filling our own cup, being anchored and centered and living an intentional life. By able to do that, we are able to open ourselves up and give and do and be more for others, more loving, more open, more patient, more kind, more giving, because we've learned to give and receive for ourselves too. I hope that this resonates with you. If you have any questions, any comments, any thoughts, please do put it in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Come on over to Instagram. On Facebook, I do have an emotional resilience coaching page, but I'm not as prevalent or prolific on there as I am on Instagram. I spend a lot of time communicating with people over on Instagram. I am looking at growing my Facebook side of maybe perhaps one day getting to a group or something, but right now my focus is on Instagram. So do please come over and say hello there to me too. And you have a fantastic, empowered, intentional day.